Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're looking at Teaming with Microbes, the Organic Gardener's Guide to the Soil Food Web by Jeff Lowenfels and Wayne Lewis. This book was awesome. I want to get that out first. Jeff Lowenfels is the author of a series of books called the Teaming series. Teaming with Microbes was the first one, coming out in 2006. After that came Teaming with Nutrients in 2013, then Teaming with Fungi in 2017, and then Teaming with Bacteria in 2020, which I am now reading, and it's already really good. He's also the author of the longest running gardening column in North America. I believe that's for the Anchorage Daily News, and it's been running for over 47 years now. Now, Teaming with Microbes did come out in 2006, but don't let that deter you from reading it. This book was excellent. It was exactly the type of book that I personally look for. Actually, I listened to Teaming with Nutrients on audiobook first, and I said, holy crap, I like this guy. Let me check out some more of his work. And Teaming with Microbes absolutely solidified my opinion of Jeff Lowenfels. Teaming with Microbes is written in the style that delivers information very much like a school textbook, which is great because school textbooks cost a lot of money, whereas a book like this does not, especially if you get it used like I did. The first section of the book is a primer on soil science. It's the same information that I learned using Ray Wiles' Nature and Property of Soils when I took soil science. Although I did notice that some of the numbers Jeff gives for the size ranges of sand, silt, and clay were ever so slightly different, so I'm not sure what's up with that. But after the soil science portion, there's a chapter on each of the different types of organisms that make up the soil ecology: bacteria, fungi, algae and slime molds, protozoa, nematodes, arthropods, earthworms, gastropods, and larger creatures like mammals, reptiles, and birds. And there's even a chapter on archaea, which I really appreciated because I've read a lot of biology books and archaea are seldom given much attention. But this book is based on the soil food web, which is basically soil ecology. It comes from the work of Dr. Elaine Ingam, who is now considered like modern grower royalty because of this soil food web idea that she's developed. The second half of the book talks about how to apply the soil food web science to your own gardening practices. Notice that teaming is spelled T-E-A-M-I-N-G, not T-E-E-M-I-N-G. He's talking about teaming up with all the life in the soil instead of trying to kill it off. We now can make a case as to why killing off all the life in the soil is not a good idea, and you can read about it in this book. It also goes into depth on a bunch of different concepts like which types of plants prefer nitrogen in what form and how to supply it. Do they prefer fungal or bacterial dominated soils? And the relationships that exist between bacteria and the fungal ratio and pH, and what that means to a grower. There's also a lot of stuff in here about the different types of mycorrhizal fungi, which is a huge thing that only like a decade ago nobody knew what it was. Now you can get them in gardening stores. And there's also a lot of stuff in this book on compost. Jeff also appreciates the use of pictures in his books, and this one includes some pretty cool ones, including a lot of electron micrographs, and I'll show some of the pictures at the end of the video. They're pretty cool. Throughout the book, Jeff gives 19 soil food web gardening rules, and the soil food web idea is really about building a community of organisms that best serves the plant without relying on synthetic inputs. I can tell you there's a lot of excitement in the air concerning modern science of growing practices, and this book captures some of it quite nicely, despite coming out in 2006. You may have seen a video I put out where I talked about Robert Pavlis's books on soil science for gardeners and compost science for gardeners. I liked them and I thought they were pretty good, but personally I would recommend the Jeff Lowenfels books over the Robert Pavlis books because it's clear that Pavlis learned most of his stuff back when the industrial agriculture models were kind of seen as the way to do things. But a lot has happened and a lot has been discovered since then. We're living in a time now where modern scientists with modern tools are able to show that the old traditional ways had more going for them than we understood back before the industrial model took over. Scientists like Elaine Ingam and another guy who I'll talk about in the next book that I review. Okay, that's it for this one, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you are a biology student or a gardener or just interested in soil ecology in general, this is a book for you. Jeff's books are very science-oriented, but they don't require a lot of prerequisite knowledge, and he goes over all the stuff that you need to know. Biology students and gardeners will love it. Love it, I say. But be warned, if you read one and you like it, you're most likely going to want to go and get his other books, and I recommend that you do. He's actually also written another book on growing cannabis, so if that's something you're into, there's that. Back when COVID happened, a lot more people started discovering the joy of gardening, and if you're one of them, or you appreciate food that's as clean and fresh as possible, or you're a science nerd looking for a fix, check out Teaming with Microbes by Jeff Lowenfels and Wayne Lewis. Also got some stuff like this in here. I love when authors include a good appendix. Okay, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, guys.